What's good people? My name is Juice Prophet, and this is Ask Juice. Here we go. A few weeks ago, I asked Twitter to ask me anything pertaining to my content, cards, and anything really outside of that. And I want to share some of the best questions that are actually going to response from me. Some of y'all just like to play too much. Like these right here, these don't get any response. But for y'all to ask some real questions, want to get to know me, I want to get to know y'all. So let's do that here. A long answer, probably not. I really want to say yes, but I think there's way too many stipulations that would make me leave teaching. I guess if you didn't know, I'm a teacher. That's what I do in my regular time. There are too many stipulations that I would need being a full-time content creator that I don't think come with this question. I would need to make more money. I would need to, ensure some longevity. Content creation, being a real good, really relevant content creator, I feel like it's such a small window. I gotta teach for 23 more years before I retire. I don't know if anyone can content create for 23 years straight and stay at the top. So as much as I would love to, I don't think it's in the cards for me. My top two favorite content creators in this space are Pat Flynn, aka Deep Pocket Monster, and Real Breaking Nate, who, small flex, not really a flex, both of them follow me on Twitter. So if you like their content, maybe you should follow me as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like a logical thinking process, you know? What I like about those two the most is how unique they are with their approach to their content. Each one of them, I feel like, do one thing, not even just one thing. The things that they do, no one else does them like they do it, and they do it extremely well. They have a brand. Like if someone tried to imitate one of them in a video, I could look at that video and say, oh, he got this inspiration straight from DPM. He got this straight from Nate. And so that's what kind of inspires me in my content direction. I want to do things that not a lot of people are doing. I want to do it in a way that when you see it, you know it's kind of had my stamp on it. So yeah, maybe one day. The only time I've competed in TCG is when I do a tournament every time a main set releases online. It's a very small tournament within my community that I love to participate in. And I also participate in pre-release events. That's been the only time I've done it. I have a goal this year to become a more regular player. I don't know if I want to use the word competitive yet, but I want to play the game more in person and online. I want to find different tournaments to join online. I want to visit my local shops more and play in person more. And maybe one day, I can build up to maybe competing in a regional, possibly. I don't know. The Pokemon Company sent me to Knoxville Regionals as a spectator, and it was a lot of fun. It's a great being around that environment of people who talk about the game competitively rather than just collectively. So it's definitely a possibility in the future. You're not gonna like this answer. My monthly budget is about 1.7 million. No, I actually don't have a budget, and I think it's a bad thing because I should be budgeting. I think this is the one thing money-wise in my life that I actually don't budget for. If I have the money, I get it. If I don't have the money, I just hold off, or I do pay in full. But y'all need a budget. Don't be like me. I'm not being fiscally responsible. Don't let my wife see this video. I like English cards only because that's what I grew up with. I didn't really know, Japanese cards existed way back when. I could read English, and as someone who watches the TCG a lot, I think that's a bonus. it's way easier to get English cards in an English speaking country than it is Japanese. And I think people love to use Japanese for card quality or price. I think that's great. If a card's in my binder, I'm not super duper worried about the price or the card quality for me. So yeah, English it is for me right now. I want to make a trip to Japan in general. I think that's one of the places I've had some friends go, and I want to go there as well at some point. And naturally, I think going to the Pokemon Center Japan would be a part of that trip. Like, how could I go to Japan and not do that, right? Is lemonade a juice? I feel like it is, right? Like water, fruit juice, some type of sweetener. It's a lemonade. Lemonade. Number 2 is orange juice with the pulp. If you drink orange juice without the pulp, I just don't think you're living life the right way. Sorry. My motivation for me is internal. I have this thing where I don't care how many people watch it. I don't care how many people are in my stream at one time. I don't care how many views I get on a YouTube video. If I am happy and satisfied with the product that I make, then that gives me motivation to keep going towards my next project. The day I don't feel joy sitting in front of this camera and recording and editing and coming up with more ideas, it's the day I'll probably hang it up. But I don't think that day's coming anytime soon. I also keep up with VGC. I don't see myself playing VGC ever. I think it's too stressful for me for whatever reason, but I love watching it. I grew up playing the games more than collecting the cards, so VGC always has this special part of my heart that's going to always make me, a fan of it. Because I'm old. I'm like years old now. So Ask Jeeves is something that I know, right? You like it? It's creative. And if you knew this was Ask Jeeves, anyone who saw this thumbnails was like, oh, that looks like Ask Jeeves. That means that your knees hurt getting out of bed in the morning just like mine do. Welcome to the club. I don't necessarily keep up with how, especially like sealed products, how they trend and price up and down after I buy them. Mostly because a lot of the things I buy end up getting opened, probably about 95%. But I will say, as a man who has very few regrets in life, a few birthdays ago, I bought a case of Evolving Skies booster boxes for this much. And my community convinced me to open every single box. And I think my best hit, my only VMAX alt hit was the Sylveon VMAX. And now that case that I thought I was gonna never open is worth this much. I still have the empty case in my garage, kind of as a reminder to not give in to peer pressure as often. But I don't like think about it a lot. Everyone has wins and losses, I guess. I'm not tripping over it too much. I'm enjoying what I do. I don't argue with old heads because just like a bad relationship partner, they don't listen to listen, they listen to respond. That being said, LeBron James is the best basketball player we've ever seen in the history of any lifetimes. It is what it is. I don't think I've ever given up on the set, but I've definitely taken breaks from sets. I'm a master setter. I love to master different sets. I've mastered every English set since Celebrations, I want to say. So for me, giving up is more like taking a break. And I take a break when I feel burned out from the set, or when I know there's only a handful of cards or one card that I need from a set that buying packs for to open is like the worst financial decision. Right now, I haven't mastered Lost Origin. I'm only missing one card. And I can't bring myself to buy packs open anymore. I'm gonna have to buy or trade for that card at some point. I just don't know when. Maybe this year, maybe next year. it's going to happen at some point. I don't think Pokemon should add difficulty levels to the game. I think that causes more, I don't know if divisiveness is the word, but if I post I'm a champion, people are gonna be like, oh, I bet you did champion on easy mode. Just, if you want difficulty in a Pokemon game, use Pokemon that would be difficult to win the game with. I think that's the best way to think about it. I am not gonna answer that question because if you watch the last video, and I'm gonna link you to that video, I told you exactly what Wizards of the Coast era set I am currently trying to master. So go watch that and you'll get your answer. I actually have a goal, hopefully by the end of this year, somewhere or another. I want a PSA 10 Shining Tyranitar. That's my Grail card. That's the #1 card I think I want ever. And I'm gonna try to find a way to get it. So definitely that card. Trick question. I don't. I do not. For the better part of, I guess, the last year, I've been in college and grad school getting my 3rd degree, and with school comes scholarships, and with enough scholarships comes refund checks because school is paid for. So the excess I get from going to college is kind of what's been helping me fund it, and I kind of, in a sense, stockpile that. So when I stockpile, I'm able to kind of use it over an extended amount of time, or I'm able to sell or trade it for things that I really want. So that's my secret. I think as a Laker fan, I think I would want it to be Kobe's 81-point game. But I'm also a Shaq fan. And Shaq has had so many great performances, I don't know which one I would pick. So let's say Kobe. No. Kobe's final game. Kobe's final game, the 60 points against the Jazz, and give me a courtside seat right next to Shaquille O'Neal. I think that'd be perfect. I think that'd be the best game for me. There's one person in particular who I believe is watching this video, and at this point they know I'm talking about them, and they know exactly what Pokemon I'm about to say. So when you see this, just let me know you saw it, please and thank you. Flygon. The Pokemon Company should make more Flygon merchandise, plushies, t-shirts, hats. Can I get a Flygon backpack with little wings and a tail? I need it. And you know who I'm talking to. So I don't know who you need to talk to make it happen, but I need you to make it happen. Appreciate you. Talk soon. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Here's a bunch of questions that I thought you guys were going to ask me, but didn't. So if you want a part 2 with these questions plus more, go ahead and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave the comment with the number 2 somewhere in it. Until next time, it's been Juice. Enjoy Pokemon. Peace, good people.